Good morning, students. Today we're going to talk about grammar. We're going to look at the different types of speech. And first of all, we'll start by defining what a part of speech is. A part of speech, which is also called a word class, refers to a category that describes the role of a word play in a sentence. Understanding the differences in pronunciation can help you understand which words work in a sentence and improve your writing. Parts of speech are divided into different categories, but most grammars include the 8 parts of speech in English. And these are noun, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, an adverb, a preposition, a conjunction, and an interjection. Some modern grammars add syntax such as clauses and objects. Many words perform different functions in speech according to how they are used. For example, laugh. Laugh can be a noun. For example, I love when you laugh. Or a verb, for example, don't laugh. The following are parts of speech that we are going to look at this unit. Nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections, and other parts of speech such as the determinants and the articles. Now let's start with nouns. A noun is a word that refers to a person, an idea, a place, or a thing. A noun can be the subject of a sentence. For example, the person or thing that does the action, or the object of a verb. For example, the person or thing affected by the action. Let's look at the types of nouns. One, we're going to look at common nouns. Common nouns are nouns used to refer to undefined, generic, or non-specific people, topics, places, or things. Examples: country. The country refers to the generic place. House, cat, and the girl. Then we look at collective nouns. These are nouns that are used to refer to a group of people or things. For example, a flock of sheep. Here the collective noun is flock. Then next, the crowd flooded the whole road. Crowd is the collective noun. A committee of judges. Committee is the collective noun. Then we will look at singular pronouns. Singular nouns, sorry. Singular nouns are types of nouns that refer to only one person, a place, or thing. For example, bee, class, girl, country. Then we have the concrete nouns. Concrete nouns are types of nouns that can be perceived through the 5 senses: hear, see, touch, smell, or taste. For example, a table, apple, rabbit, and ear. Then we have abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are intangible ideas that can be perceived with the five senses. Example, democracy should be considered. Democracy is the abstract noun. Then next we have the teenagers love each other. The noun here is love. The students explore their creativity in the project. The noun is creativity. Then lastly, the students are very courageous. Then let's look at plural nouns. Plural nouns refers to nouns that refer to more than one thing. Many of these words can be made plural by adding s to the end, e.g., bee will become bees. We have regular plural nouns, and these are house, cat, girl, and country. Then we have the irregular plural nouns, which are man and humans, life and living, rats and mice, teeth and fangs. Yeah, that's the end of types of noun. Now let's look at the functions of nouns. A noun can function as the subject of a verb. When the noun is the subject of a sentence and comes before the subject of the sentence, it will follow the subject of the instructions. Usually, the noun begins with a phrase. Example, Stacy. Stacy killed a snake yesterday. Here the name Stacy means the verb to kill. John teaches English in China. Now we have John. Children can be naughty sometimes. Then Obama was elected president. And lastly, the politician is a liar. Secondly, a noun can function as the object of the verb. When the noun appears after the action verb and receives the action of the verb, the noun follows the object of the verb. The noun that serves as the subject of the verb in a sentence is always the recipient of the action. Examples, Tom slapped Jerry. The noun Jerry is the subject of the verb to slap because it comes after the decision to slap and takes the action of the verb. Other examples include I play football, I hate Janet, the teacher punishes the students, then lastly, I'm writing this letter. Then noun, a noun can function as the complement of a verb. A noun will function as the complement of a verb when it comes after the verb or a state of being verb and receives no action from the verb. Some examples of linking verbs in English include the following: is, are, be, are, was, were, been, being, seem, taste, appoint, become, feel, smell, sound, appear, and etc. Examples: the man is a trader. Now here, trader functions as the complement of the verb. Then, I was a teacher while living in China. John is the winner. Our friends from Pakistan were the losers. Then we have a noun functioning as the object of a preposition. When a noun functions as the object of a preposition, it comes after a preposition in a sentence. By definition, any noun that comes immediately after a preposition is the object of that preposition. Examples: John is the object of the preposition to in the sentence, I gave John. Then I interceded for the boy. I have to give it to the teacher. The fifth function is a noun being in opposition to another noun. A noun can be in opposition to another noun. By definition, the word opposition means putting a noun next to another noun to explain it. So each time you see a noun placed next to another noun and that noun is explaining the other noun, then you have a good example of a noun being in opposition to another noun. Examples: the footballer Suarez has been suspended. Here, two nouns have been put next to each other, namely footballer and Suarez. The noun Suarez can be used to replace footballer, and it also gives some information about the other noun footballer. So we can say the noun Suarez is in opposition to the noun footballer. Then we have the nurse, Janet, has retired. And lastly, his book, Animal Farm, is considered one of the greatest books ever written. That's the end of our today's lesson. Let's meet next week at the same time. Thank you.